How's it going, guys? This is Corbin with Beans Book Reviews. No Country for Old Men is Cormac McCarthy's Western crime thriller novel, with which a movie also came out in 2007. Now, both the book and the movie are very favorably acclaimed by critics everywhere, and with that, I decided to give this book a listen. Upon listening to this fascinating book, I decided that it would make a great start to this YouTube channel to be the first book that we dive into. With no further ado, let's go ahead and see what this book has to offer. When I first started reading this novel, I didn't have much clue of what to expect. However, I soon found out that it is much more than just your classic Western shoot-'em-up type of book. The story traces three main characters, and it's difficult to figure out which one can be called the main protagonist. Llewellyn Moss, Sheriff Ed Tom Bell, and Antone Chigurh are the three main characters that the story largely tracks. Now, these characters have many differences, yet also many similarities, and these are fleshed out as the story progresses. Now, the book bounces back and forth between these characters' points of view, but every chapter starts with a journal entry from Sheriff Tom Bell. If I had to pick a main protagonist of this story, it would be Llewellyn Moss, which the story begins with. Llewellyn is just your everyday Vietnam vet, married to a girl significantly younger than himself, who eventually stumbles upon a treasure in a drug deal gone wrong. Upon making a couple of quick decisions, Llewellyn immediately finds himself in a life-or-death situation that puts not only himself but also his family and other people in his life in danger. Now, since this is a spoiler-free review, I'm not going to give away too much information, but Llewellyn soon finds himself being chased down by Antone Chigurh, who is the villain of this story. Now, the way in which McCarthy paints Chigurh is truly incredible. Several of the scenes, I felt chills running down my spine as encounters that Chigurh has with normal everyday citizens are described. He's almost described as an invincible kind of madman who seems that no death can really be brought upon. He hardly seems to get injured in this novel, and he truly is a formidable villain and one of the best villains that I think I have read in a book in a very long time. Now, as Antone chases Llewellyn throughout the cities, many dead bodies are left in their wakes. The sheriff in charge of discovering what the hay is going on behind all these encounters is Sheriff Ed Tom Bell, the sheriff who begins every chapter with his journal entries. Now, Ed Tom Bell is also a veteran who has some deep secrets as well, and you can see his turmoil that he has going on within his soul and his mind as he sees the evil that Antone Chigurh wreaks upon other people in the town. The journal entries at the beginning of the chapters are some of my favorites. I didn't really understand why they were included at the beginning of the story, but as the novel progresses, they definitely become more insightful as you see what's truly going on in Ed Tom Bell's mind as he chases down this fugitive. There's hardly a moment in the story that lacks suspense, and it's difficult to pick out one as my favorite because every scene is so chock full of theme and meaning that goes deeper just beyond the Western that is portrayed at the surface level. Among these many themes, some of the most significant ones that stuck out were the concepts of fate and free will, evil, and even things like bravery and regret. But the biggest one that I think McCarthy was trying to get at is the problem of evil, and we see this through the three characters that we track throughout the story. Each of the characters has somewhat of a different view, and especially Chigurh, who himself seems to be the very epitome of what evil is. Now, regardless of what you may agree or disagree with McCarthy on, it is very intriguing to see how these characters' ages and circumstances dictate how they perceive each of these themes. And the novel does make the reader reflect on what they themselves may perceive about these concepts as well. Like I said, this novel is rich, full of lessons that McCarthy wants to teach you. So if you are looking for your typical guns, blood, guts, and Western bar scenes type of book, this is not the book for you. This book will make you think and consider a little bit about your own worldview that you have developed, and McCarthy tries to flesh this out through each of his characters. I think that this book is fantastic, the story is amazing, the storytelling is even better, the world building is awe-inspiring, and the way in which McCarthy writes is frankly very beautiful. I would highly recommend this book to anyone looking to read a Western, even if you've never read one before. I can give this book a 9.5 out of 10, and with confidence, I will say that you need to read this book. Thanks for tuning in to Beans Book Reviews. I hope that this video was a help to you and that you do decide to pick up this book. You can find it anywhere on all Amazon formats. Kindle has it, your local library, wherever the heck you have to go. If you did like this video and it was a help to you, go ahead and like it or subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment what book you would like me to do next week, and I would love to do that. And again, I appreciate you guys tuning in for this, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. See you then.